If you've seen many episodes of Tuned, you'll know that the kind of shops we visit put a really big emphasis on horsepower. Everything is 700, 800, 900, 1,000, 1,200 horsepower. It really never seems to end. But today we're at Monticello Motor Club, which is one of my favorite places to drive a sports car. And Turner Motorsport, who is based out of Massachusetts, has graciously brought us two vehicles. On my right, we have a frozen gray M3 street car. It's been modified by Turner to their liking. In fact, it's Will Turner's personal car. And on my left, we have the 2011 Continental Series GS Class Championship winning car, the number 96 Turner Motorsports M3. And today, I am fortunate enough to get to drive both. And we're gonna find out why, while other companies put an emphasis on horsepower, Turner's priorities go like this: braking, grip, handling, and then horsepower. Sometimes horsepower isn't everything, and for a company that spends most of its time on the racetrack as opposed to the street, it's starting to make a lot of sense. I'm Matt Farah, and you're watching Tuned. I'm pretty excited right now because while we drive a lot of huge horsepower cars, we do not drive cars by people who are really about going racing, and that's what Turner does. They build championship winning race cars, and so they really haven't focused too much on giant power with this car. It's more about the dynamics. Well, I'll start with the power. It's stroked. 527 horsepower, normally aspirated engine. It's stroked to 4.6 liters, which is very nice, with an Akrapovic full exhaust, high flow cats. But that's really it for the power department. Huge stop tech brakes right out of their Grand Am car, 6-piston front, 4-piston rear, big 14-inch discs, trail discs, and then in the suspension tuning, we've got the brand new KW DDC suspension. And what DDC stands for is dynamic damper control. So when you see some really top-end cars where you can adjust comfort or sport, usually you can't do that with an aftermarket suspension. You have to get under the car, turn some knobs, maybe turn a wrench. Not so here. You've got a button right here, and it's on comfort right now. I'll go to full sport. 3 settings: comfort, sport, and sport plus. You can connect with your iPhone or your iPad and adjust it via the KW app, which is super cool because while the button just has 3 modes, comfort, sport, and sport plus, the app, you can actually adjust front and rear bias. You can adjust sides independently from each other. You can make preset settings. You gotta give props to this transmission because it shifts really fast. You know, the AMG cars, they have that wet clutch and it works. I mean, you shift with the paddles and it works, but it doesn't give you the race car feel the same way this transmission does. It shifts so fast, just pop, boom, 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 fires off shifts so fast. There's 120, passing 130. There's 140, and I'm out of juice. Oh, these brakes really bring you down nice, don't they? Big brake upgrade, so key if you're gonna be doing track time. These are basically full-on race brakes. There's a little bit of understeer coming through the tight corners, but that's how it goes with street cars. I like this car a lot. There's no turbo lag, no supercharger heat build up, just all motor, 527 horsepower, 407 pound-feet of torque. That's about 113 horsepower more than the stock M3. I'll be honest, I do not know what this car does acceleration numbers, but it feels significantly more muscular than a regular M3. It sounds more muscular. It feels like it was done by somebody who goes racing, not by, you know, a dyno tuner, a tuner that just wants big power for the sake of big power. Now, don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with big power. I personally am a huge fan of big power. But when you're on the track, something about balance, something about the harmony, it's all in harmony. Everything this car's doing is totally predictable and progressive. For those of you who asked me to drift it, go fuck yourself. I'm in an open track session. Just judging on how good this car is, it makes me very excited to drive their race car. They do a lot of racing. They're racing every weekend, and I get to drive Bill Auberlin's race car. Very famous BMW factory driver. He's been driving with Turner for many years, and he is one of, if not the best BMW driver out there. Maybe Joey Hand, but Joey Hand used to drive for Turner. These guys have employed every top-notch BMW driver there is, and today I get to drive their car. How cool is that?
What are you going to see on the dash? Pretty standard. Tack.
Okay. Speedometer?
Nope.
Oh no, that's just
gear position.
Oh.
Okay. It will only do it when you're
when
rolling.
the engine's on. Okay.
No, when you're actually rolling. It needs the engine on and wheels rolling to calculate it.
Okay.
It's a conversion, math conversion. It's not actually.
All right.
Gear positions.
Okay.
There's a lot more information here.
Do I need any of it?
Nope.
Okay.
No. It's,
good to know.
Gear diff temp, gearbox temp, fuel pressure, oil temp.
I can't believe people scroll through all this crap while driving. That to me is like I talk while driving, and that is hard for a lot of people.
Yeah,
but
I mean, Bill Auberlin will actually change pages because we have 3 pages in here. This is the race page, the practice.
Yeah.
And he'll go over and he'll be watching the lambdas, pretty much for a race. We're on the race page.
Okay.
Engine temp, fuel remaining, ground speed, gear position, tack. Those are the only things that we're really worried about.
And this is shift lights up here?
Yep. So they'll come in from the outer to the center.
Okay.
And they'll get progressive and they'll start flashing red when it's time to shift.
Okay.
And that's when you can shift.
Okay. And what's all this other crap? So Cool Suit, which I'm not using right now, but Cool Suit's the best thing ever.
Yep.
It's great.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And then you got
this is
your ABS maps.
Okay.
And then you get the helmet blower.
Okay.
Right, which that will plug in for you because it works awesome in this car.
All right, what's the clutch like on this thing? The pedal feels okay.
Yeah, it's OS Geiken double disc clutch.
Okay.
Works pretty much like standard.
Okay. I have an awesome mirror.
Yep, mirror's really good.
Okay.
We'll adjust the outer mirrors once you get happy.
And this is brake bias, which I'm not using.
Correct.
What's it set to now? Standard?
Well,
whatever.
No.
No?
No, that's something we work a lot. So
yeah.
But it's all set up right now. It's good to go.
Okay. And I'm on map number 3. Is that what I want?
Yep, that's our full power map.
Full power map. All right, good. So I'm pretty much not gonna mess with it.
No.
I'm just gonna start it and then just go drive it.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
I can do this.
Yeah.
Sure. Go. All right, my first time in a real professional race car. I've got slick tires. Try heat them up a little bit. Gonna take it easy because I'll be honest, I'm nervous as hell. Okay, tires are a little slick. Brakes are way different from the street car. Interesting pedal pressure. This is the coolest goddamn thing I've ever gotten to do. All right, the throttle by wire requires a lot less pedal pressure than I thought to heel toe downshift. That's okay. Shifter, it does not like to be on and off the gas. Okay, you gotta kind of give it the old boot. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's heat in the tires now. I have no traction control, but according to Will, I have a really badass ABS system. Wow, those brakes, once you get some heat in them, those are some ridiculous brakes. This car weighs 3,310 pounds. With a full tank of fuel, it's actually barely lighter than the street car. I'm trying to think of statistics right now, but all I'm thinking is Go faster and don't die. It's just over 400 horsepower, but you never know it. It feels fast as shit. Looking out of the car, it feels like the in-car view from all those races I've always watched. Wow, this is why race cars are so much better than street cars. I finally feel like I get it. And you know what? I'm glad it's stick. In the street car, I'm a big fan of the paddles. Woohoo! Yeah! These brakes are unbelievable. I love it. I love it. The throttle's a little bit like an on-off switch, but that's okay. Because once the tires get heat in them, you can just go through corners so fast. Oh, this is the greatest day of my life. Oh, fast street cars are one thing. Professional race driver, that is the best job in the world. Oh yeah, buddy. Other than, you know, just simple getting used to it stuff, it's really not very difficult to drive. I mean, it honestly just feels like the best M3 I've ever driven. I will never be a racing driver, but oh, it's so great to pretend even just for one day. Hell, motherfucker, yeah, buddy. Woo! This car started out as a bone stock M3 right off the production line. And now listen to it. The slicks are really, really sticky now. Obviously they're Continentals because this is a Continental series car. So how about it then? Flat out, down the front straight. Oh, I'm psyched. It is not nearly as forgiving as a street car, and it's properly intimidating to drive, but god damn is it fun. It's not that it has melt-your-face horsepower, it doesn't. In fact, it's really not all that fast in a straight line, but the sound, the directness of everything, the way my senses are going crazy in this car. Driving a real race car it's like the automotive equivalent of doing ecstasy or something. All your synapses are just firing like crazy. The adrenaline's going. You just never want the session to end. Oh, it's so unbelievably good. I'm sorry I'm sweating up your helmet, Will, but I just don't want to get off the track right now. They're gonna have to drag me out of this car. And there's the checker. That's my last lap. I'm gonna cool her down now. Oh man. That was just about the best thing I've ever done. It's crazy. It's really crazy. Once you aren't scared of the car anymore, it's so fun. Now I know why people get addicted to this stuff. Tried to talk. I think I even might have succeeded in some talking, but it's crazy. Crazy good. So much better than any street car, man. It's not even like crazy fast in a straight line, but huck it through a corner, it just sticks. It's in one piece. Success. I need to go apologize to somebody for staying out too long now. As we conclude our second season of Tuned, a season full of street cars overstuffed with horsepower, there's a lesson to be learned from these two Turner M3s. A lesson that can only be learned by driving cars built by people who spend most of their time racing. When building a fast street car, lots of horsepower is a good thing, but not as good as creating balance. With Turner's Frozen Gray M3, everything feels upgraded to an equal degree. The engine, chassis, suspension, brakes, and tires are all in harmony with each other, elevating the performance of the M3 in all areas, whether you're driving on the street or on the track. No aspect of the car feels like it's overshadowing the driving experience or creating an instability. It's the same feeling I get from driving the race car, though the experience of borrowing a $250,000 race machine 3 days before it needs to run is an intimidating experience as I've ever had. The car itself feels wonderful. Once you trust the slick tires, it's not scary, it's just fun. You feel everything through the controls, you hear everything through the uninsulated body, and every aspect of the car is under your control at all times. Horsepower is a wonderful thing, and we've certainly experienced plenty of it this season. But while horsepower is fun to use in short bursts, nothing puts a smile on your face every time you drive it like a perfectly balanced sports car. With these two machines, Turner Motorsport has achieved that, and I have to say, I like it. I missed the checker and took an extra lap. I'm sorry.
Come here.
My bad. It was my first time in a proper race car. I got very excited.
Got a little carried away?
Well, you're trying to drive and talk, and there's a camera in front of my face. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
My bad.
Yeah.
Don't
do it again.
That was the greatest thing ever.
That car's pretty insane.
Real race cars are awesome.
Not just the real race car, the defending champion.
A proper real race car.
The proper winning race car.
I didn't stall it. I didn't crash it.
All positive.
It's the best thing ever.
So when are we gonna